So I just want to show, this is where I got the base for the video. This is what it looks originally before I customised it. So I thought I'd try out Deviantart bases because I watched a YouTube video about them. I was a little bit too young to have Deviantart, like at the time when it was in its peak. So like, I don't really have any experience on it on Deviantart. Sorry if that's what you thought this was, but I just wasn't on the internet during that period at all, really. So I just wanted to come here and talk about Deviantart bases and why I personally think that they're not as bad as some people make them out to be, because some people say that they're like really awful for artists and that they're lazy, but here's just a few reasons why I think they're not bad as some people make them out to be. So I should probably start with the first reason why people say that they're bad is people say that they're lazy and it's a lazy way to gain a lot of attention on the internet through using art, and especially on a website like Deviantart, you can see why that would be popular. But I just don't think that's true. Like, yeah, obviously, is an easy way to get popular on sites such as Deviantart in the time where these were popular, because I don't think people understand how big these actually were, these websites, because it was like, it wasn't just like original character bases or animation bases. There were like screenshots from shows such as My Little Pony and Sonic that were really popular at the time. But people say that it's a lazy bit of blah, which is true, and I do understand, but I think that's wrong, because to say that they're bad just because of that, because you could say that about literally anything. I mean, the closest thing I can really think of at the minute that is probably the easiest way to blow up on the internet is like Family Guy and Subway Surfers clips and the Reddit stories on like TikTok, because they blow up ridiculous amounts and they're just like so easy. You don't have to have any thought or any original content really, and I guess that's like sort of similar, but nobody slanders them. Like, they're just blowing up, they're just doing what you gotta do to make money, you know what I'm saying, to get the internet attention. Another reason why people say that Deviantart bases are bad is because of copyright. So things like stealing things from shows because of the Adventure Time and Sonic, but I don't think that companies are gonna lose out on that much money. Well, they're not losing out on any money by people using bases and posting them on the internet. The only thing that I do agree with on this point is when people make original characters and then don't credit the original artist. I do personally believe that that is very wrong and that people shouldn't do that at all, because obviously that is just not okay at all. Another reason I think they're useful to the art community is to help people to grow their art skills. Like, yeah, it's probably not the most effective or efficient way of growing your art skills as opposed to traditional art classes or anything like that, really. But they're fun to do and it helps grow your art skills, especially if you're struggling with things such as colour, because you can just draw on these little bases and colour things. They're also good if you're trying to practice like one specific thing. Like if you're trying to practice clothing, get the anime ones, and you can, the ones with people and stuff, you can try different clothing, or hair's another big one. And one that I found it useful for is animation, because this one I'm doing here is an animation, and I found it really useful on how looking at the different scenes to see how the animation progresses, because I'm very new to animating and it's something that I want to try to do, but I don't know how to break into the animating like art style I don't know how to do it. So stuff like this is really useful for developing those skills, I personally find, and I'm sure a lot of other people do, which added to the popularity of the DeviantArt bases at the time. And the third and final reason why I think DeviantArt bases are good for the art community, and I think this is a lesser one. Like, I watched a few YouTube videos on the topic before I decided to make a video about it, and I haven't heard anybody say this one, but it really helps with alleviating art block, just to do something fun without any end goal in mind. And I guess this is similar to drawing like Pokemon characters just for fun that you're not going to show anybody, or just mindlessly doodling. And it does help. I know, because I've been suffering with art block a little bit recently with my schoolwork all getting on top of me. You know, I haven't really got time to just sit down and create. So to do something that's relatively easy and fun to do, it's good for getting out of art block. And it is a really powerful tool, and I don't think that we should dismiss that at all. And that's why it will be good for the art community to use things such as these DeviantArt bases to get out of art block, because I know it is something that a lot of artists struggle with. I mean, I've struggled with it myself. I know it's quite a big thing. And it is hard to deal with sometimes, and you're stuck in this rut for months and months and months, and you just don't know how to start creating again. Almost like you lose your own artistic ability a little bit. It's horrible. It really is horrible. And I don't know, you feel like you lose a little bit of your skill. So just doing something like this can help bring your confidence back up, maybe even possibly some of your skills, just to get back into creating. And it could encourage you to, you could do this silly little base, and then it could encourage you to go and do something so much bigger, which is just, that's amazing. I mean, who doesn't want that? Like, as artists, that's what we do, we create. So why would we not want things like this to exist, tools to help us get out of art block? So I just want to talk about the piece that I drew. It's nothing revolutionary, and I know that, but it was fun to do. One of my first little dabbles in animation, since that's definitely something that I'm looking to do in the future, I'm looking to grow my skills in. But I couldn't really tell what animal this was. So I just drew like this little foxy cat thing. I thought it was pretty cute. I like it, but this is the iconic lick icon that was very, very popular at the time. Like, everybody had it for their profile pictures. It was in the time of the whole, XD random, when that was a thing. So that's something. Everybody had these little like GIF profile pictures. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cute. I like it, so that's why I did it. I thought it was cute and I liked it, so that's why I drew it. And sue me if that's a crime. I don't care. But yeah, there's a little ginger fox and he's cute. So yeah, that's what I did. Final animation should be coming up in a minute, and that's what I've done. Thank you for watching.